I was watching last night, Gemma, and you spent the whole episode flat on your back.
Yes, it's quite an introduction. You don't have to hit a mark. It's wonderful.
No, just like this. It's fine. Come to me, I'll be lying here. I'll be lying here throughout the whole scene. So she's a medic, obviously injured in Afghanistan and brought into Holby, and that's how we meet her. But already we can see that this character's got a lot of, well, issues, as always. You know, there's a few romantic problems, I think, with her husband. And
yes, you know, they very deftly, in a couple of lines, they introduce a sort of tension and loss.
She's a very interesting woman, and we're going to see a lot more of her, because I think we know that she's obviously going to come back and she's going to be in Holby, and that I mean the egos in that place, especially amongst the surgeons. It's going to be very it's going to be a very interesting dynamic, isn't it?
I think it is. I know it is. I know it is, right? But I think also, again, because of her career, because of the sort of life she's been used to running her operating theatre without any sort of without oversight.
That's true.
Because she's in an environment where it's continual trauma. The people are coming in,
and you just got to go on with it.
And you have to get on with it, and you
absolutely.
have to save a life, and you make snap decisions. And she's coming into the NHS.
There's a lot of admin and bogged down with red tape.
A huge amount of admin and oversight and red tape. And for somebody who's not used to that, I think it's incredibly difficult. It's like a sort of it's like a bit of a straitjacket, and it's inevitably going to cause friction. And then you throw in some big egos.
It'll be fascinating. Fascinating. What was it like bouncing in there? Because it's a real tight-knit family, isn't it? And it's...
Oh, I can't tell you. I talked to friends who'd been part of the series before I started, because I obviously wanted to get some advice, and every single person says it's the warmest and most welcoming place they've worked in, and they've ever worked in, and it is exactly that. It's a very, very welcoming, very warm environment, and I've had a very good time.
Oh, that's great. And such a contrast. I mean, remember Bramwell, of course, in the 90s. Just so interesting for you to have gone from something like that at the very, very early days right up to the present day.
Yes.
There must be something about you that makes people want to...
Cast me as a doctor.
Yes, a doctor or a surgeon.
I thought about it before I started. I thought perhaps there's a possibility she could be Eleanor Bramwell's great-granddaughter.
No, wouldn't that be good? That would be good.
Because there are some similarities.
Yeah.
She's fierce.
She is very, very fierce. She is
Dr. Eleanor Bramwell had to be fierce because there were so few female doctors at that time, and I don't know if you know about Sophia Jex-Blake, I think.
Yep.
Do you know about her?
Of course.
Scottish pioneering
Of course.
female
Amazing
doctor.
woman.
Amazing woman. And they were as on their way into to medical school, they were physically jostled by the male students. They had to be tough.
When you think about that, it's incredible. And it's not that long ago. Not really. Not in the great scheme of things. It's not. It's
and
definitely
I think
not.
to work in a military environment and to work as a medic overseas and to work in a war zone, you have to be tough.
Oh, definitely. You do. Of course you do.
Of course you do.
So for you doing this, I mean, obviously this must be taking up, and it does take up a lot of your time when you're in a series like this. But home is London or Wales, or what? Is it both?
London.
London, but Wales is kind of your wee bolt hole. You can go there and just chill.
Oh yes, yes, it was. We had a place in the mountains in Wales, and it was. There's in a national park.
Gosh, good for the soul.
Beacon's incredibly good for
just
the
to
soul. Yes.
Completely chill out.
Yes.
You've got two boys. Are they showing any signs of following you at all? Are they doing something else?
Well, my youngest says he doesn't know what he wants to do at the moment, but he knows he wants to be in charge, which means he probably won't become an actor.
No, maybe a director or a producer.
You never know. And my eldest is, I think he's written and he's directed at university. Great. And he's been in plays there, and I don't know which way he's going to go, but he might.
You never know.
Gosh,
You never know.
I think, am I 4th generation or 5th generation? I think I'm 5th generation in my family. Yeah.
Ah, fantastic. Gemma, thank you. It's great to see you, and good luck in Holby. I look forward to seeing more of this formidable woman. There's a lot there. There really is. It's lovely to see you. Thank you.
Lovely to see you too. Thank you so much for asking me.